What's up, potheads and political junkies? You're watching Cannabis Culture News Live. I'm Jeremiah. What are you doing with the wall, Johnny?
I'm working on the wall over here.
This is Johnny's work on the wall. We're building a wall. It's Trump's inauguration day, so we're building a wall.
You guys doing Pink Floyd duets?
Yes, we should have The Wall by Pink Floyd playing. This is too high, Johnny. No, put it over there. Put it over there.
We need to build a wall.
Complete your wall.
We said I had to build a wall, so I was like building the wall.
But a wall can be one layer. It doesn't have to be two.
Fine, we might need two.
So what's up, Hot TV? It's
we
Friday right here in the beautiful city of Vancouver.
It's cold here.
307 West Hastings, Hot TV Studios. And we have these jars from our Cannabis Culture Dispensary that was on Hastings Street. But unfortunately, our landlord isn't going to let us do that here.
When did he say that?
Rather than battle with the landlord, we've been here for 20 years, we don't really want to cause a big disturbance and fight. For the moment, we're going to hold off on our plan here.
So we're going to smoke it.
We're just going to, we're going to smoke all this weed on the show today instead.
So, you know what? Here we go. We're going to have a weed marathon. How much weed do you think I can smoke in the next hour?
At least 2 joints.
Damn it! I'm going to start.
At least 1 or 2 joints.
I need an XL Medtainers.
But
that cannabis culture
the thing is, we're opening another dispensary, so have no fear and don't fret because Cannabis Culture has another location in Vancouver opening on Hastings Street, no less. A second Hastings location. This is Hastings and Cassiar, right by the
So
P&E.
it's Burnaby.
It's Burnaby. It's Boundary.
Pardon me? Sorry for screaming at you guys. Apologize.
Screaming.
I always get excited. I can't help it.
I know you and you're just
I'm
constantly yelling on the microphone. Looks good on the cam.
I've been screaming at WCB and government officials about cannabis.
Oh, see, now we can hear you screaming there. We sound good. And we can see the chatters now.
Hi, chatters.
Hi, Amber. Hi, Gina. That's a cool way to spell Gina.
How's it spelled?
Hi, Ross. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Michael. Hi, Carolyn.
Mike.
Hi, Jacob.
So what are you guys all puffing on right now?
And so the new dispensary, though, is... Wait, what is the address? 23... No, shit.
Wow.
I got to get this address. It's right on Cassiar and Hastings.
It's right where the old
Cassiar and Hastings, yeah.
Right
Maybe you can find
beside
that.
the Best Russian Hotel, across from the McDonald's.
Across from the McDonald's on Hastings, by the P&E. Can't miss it. Right where the highway meets up with Hastings.
Before the P&E, on the left-hand side, driving down Hastings.
Before, if you're coming from the opposite direction that we're at.
From Vancouver, you're going to want to go through the intersection, make a left at the Essos Copy UE, and you can drive through the alley.
We're going to get you to do the...
I used to go there all the time and buy my stereo.
3421 East Hastings.
3421.
3421 East Hastings Street.
421. We got a 4 out of there. So it's almost like a
421. So, Johnny, you're back from your vacation in Mexico. Tell the folks how that was. How'd you do?
Fantastic. You know what? I got there and go figure the first day we checked in. It was beautiful. We went to the island of Mariz. The next day we went and saw Shane. You guys all know Shane from Treating Yourself with Marco and Cannabis and what they did down there. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of cool to see that. Got a huge, massive rainstorm. Came back. And who would I run into? Kitten from 12 High Chicks.
Oh.
Who then I run around the corner and there's May Moon. So, of course... Vacation turned into a business meeting.
That's funny.
So we started talking more about a few different things, and Al was laughing.
Of course it did.
It did. It just turned. It did. It's just the way it is. So all of a sudden, we're doing stories. We're talking about this. We're writing stuff, and of course, we got some 12 happy hot chicks. Medtainers
12 happy hot chicks.
Is it 12 happy hot chicks?
12 hot chicks. 12 hot chicks. I
like the 3 happy cats too. So I'm just like Gene happy.
3 12 happy hot chicks. Cats.
Anyways, fine.
All the 12 chicks are high.
We have a high chick right behind us, and she's actually part of that.
For all the stoners out there who love delicious beverages, I just want to give Fentimans mad props. There's no fentanyl in this.
I'm not done with but anyways.
But this juice, though, this flower, it's made of flowers. It's made of flowers, Johnny. You like it? You want some? It's really good.
That's some good stuff. So we went down to Cancun. It was really cool to see that and run into some good friends.
There we go.
Then we went down to Tulum. And who did we run into? A couple thousand Fish fans. So all of a sudden, I'm at the Dreams Hotel Resort. And I'm sitting on my balcony. We're overlooking the water. And some guy walks by. He goes, "Hey, Johnny B." And, of course, Helena's like, "Really?" I go up to the front and they're like, "Hey." hey, we watch house church. All of a sudden, I'm wearing my Blue River Terpene shirt around the hotel. There's hippies and just cool people everywhere. It
was a fish concert.
Fish was down the street for me, and I didn't get in. I tried.
That's funny, though.
We took cabs. We tried to walk along the beach. Everything. You had to stay in the water. It was quite epic. But it was really, really cool to just see the vibe and just how people were down in the Mayan Riviera, going to the fish. Didn't get in there. Got to the front gate. We got turned down. But we were at the resort for fish. Resort check-in for fish. It was cool. All of a sudden, all these signs going up and just busloads of cool people started showing up.
Hippies.
So we partied all night. And got on a plane and left, came home.
Cool, man.
A lot of fun. It was really good to see what's going down in Mexico. Of course,
your lady had some
are
fun?
now in Cancun and Tulum and Playa del Carmen.
Oh, you spread them around, did you?
Well, you know what?
We got some.
There's some stores that are going to start carrying them, so you'll be able to see them at the local head stores down in those areas.
Johnny always puts
definitely,
a few
there's 2 stores in Cancun now, and the same guy owns the other stores in Tulum and Playa del Carmen.
Planted a few medtainer trees.
In
6 or 7 months, they'll blossom, and then Mexico will have, all different kinds of medtainers. That's how Johnny does this, by the way. It's not just growing weed.
You know what? It's about making it a household name. My medicine, cannabis. And I said the plastic container was going to take it around the world for me. And it is. It's just showing it how good it is, and it's a medication. And you know what? This little container here does it all for me.
He's your weed buddy.
My weed buddy.
And speaking of medtainers, you smoke that. I'm showing off the new pack here. Bam. There's a Cannabis Culture medtainer pack with the jumbo Cannabis Culture medtainer
That is the first
poker.
The first.
God damn, Johnny.
First logoed for Canada
Can we
XL
open it?
medtainers. Of course you can.
I want to open it up. I've
Is
never.
Cannabis Culture-
Oh my God, I want one of these so bad. A jumbo medtainer with the Cannabis Culture logo on it. Okay, we got to show it off. So not only do you, of course, have your old school medtainer size, the regular standard that everyone knows, with our glorious Cannabis Culture logo, but look at this giant monster of a medtainer.
Logo poker poker.
Compared to the old one.
Wait a second here. But what else you can do with all of that, guys?
Bam. Oh. Yeah. But wait.
That is your glass rolling tray.
That
And not just any rolling tray, guys. Thick 1/4-inch glass. It's 7 by 9. It's they're basically the same as the trays that you see.
The rear ones.
They're the same as the rear ones.
They are.
Yeah, they're identical.
Mm-hmm.
So we are now branding all the rolling trays. We say get branded for 2017. Brand your logo. Get your information out there. Spread the word about cannabis and how it has helped you in some way or form, or the reason why you have it. There's no way of being shamed about it. But branding and getting things out there to showing that our support of what we do in an industry, and that's what we're trying to do these days. Weedifying. When we say that, Jared?
That's right. Weedify.
We're now weedifying. Look
Weedify
at this.
everything.
Look at the weedifying line, guys.
But so you can get this at CannabisCultureHQ.com. And what about these trays? They're not up yet, are they?
I brought those in for you, Jerry. You said you wanted some trays for your lounges, so
I know.
So
Are
I
we
brought in
selling
40
these
of
yet?
them.
40 of them.
Apparently, you are selling them.
Okay, good. Because you can, they're not on the site now. Carly, are you getting these up?
Yes.
Where's Carly Pants? Do we have Alyssa, our producer? Can you possibly? Oh wait, I'm the producer.
You're the producer, dude.
Look at that.
Producer.
I forgot that I produced this show. Hi, Carly.
Nice hoodie.
Pants.
I like the hoodie.
Hey, look,
at
there's a
that.
cat outside.
Thank you. Shout out to
look at the
Med.
Look at
kitty
behind
cat.
you.
But I'm so tempted to grab him. He's so cute.
You probably
You know,
should.
whatever I grabbed here, this is the Larry.
Okay, she's gonna
the
grab
Larry
the cat
OG.
because he's just so
The
cute.
lemon Larry. This is one of my favorites.
You like the lemon Larry, huh? We do have a bud cam. Oh, there goes Buds. He just came in the door. Hi, Buds. That is Buddy's gear. Buddy's gear, lemon Larry. Buds. Oh, I showed the seat. There's nobody there. So here, let's get this crap out of the way.
Well, I'm always about the Larry OG. Don't forget, I have the Bubba Chem, which is a Larry OG crossed with
The cat.
the
though.
pre-98 Bub. So that
Oh,
was
this mouse is impossible to work on this thing. I'm
Is
using a
it? Is it
magazine
okay?
as my.
Well, you know what? We
Look
see
at
a
that.
lot of big changes happening here. Trump was inaugurated.
He's like, I wanna
maybe he's going to
go.
fully legalize cannabis in the U.S. because it's such a hot commodity. It's going to make money.
First thing that Trump, right after his inauguration, he's going to spark up a big blunt. And he's like, this blunt was made in America.
He's gonna drink some baby wine.
Baby wine.
To me, though, there's a lot
What, from
of
the blood
people
of
in
babies?
his base that aren't really part of the like weed friendly community. So he could be potentially risking losing some members of his base if he is.
They're both
really
the U.S. and
Okay, wait. Yeah, you guys keep it down over there. I can't hear the
J
cast,
Mac.
please.
we've had these conversations in the past.
Carly, what did you say?
Zip it.
I feel like if Trump is really, really progressive with cannabis, he could potentially risk losing some of his supporters since he has a base that a lot of the members of his base aren't really like the cannabis friendly crowd. Like normally really religious people aren't the same people who are going out to
gotta
pot
get those
rallies.
religious people. You gotta tell them and how they used to put the oil underneath the people's eyes before Christ, and Christ used to heal people.
Well,
with
we can tell them
glaucoma.
that till their
That was
faces turn blue, but
cannabis
that doesn't
oil
mean
and
they're
how
gonna-
how the plant from the earth would save.
Yeah.
Like
Fort
there's so
Wayne,
many-
Indiana's in the house. Hey, maybe the Americans that are in the chat can tell us what they think of Trump in this inauguration. Do
Tell us
you
more.
think Trump is going to be a friend to marijuana or a foe? I want to know what people think.
I think
So
it's-
far,
I don't
so
think
bad,
it's-
though.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good thing. I think that he is not going to want to risk his losing his base.
I think that he's supporting Duterte in the Philippines. It doesn't sound like he's like on the road to reform or anything.
And it's a good point that there is a lot of money in the cannabis industry, but there's a lot of money in all the other industries that he dabbles into, and he might not want
Oil,
to risk jeopardizing those
pharmaceuticals.
relationships if building relationships and making money off cannabis is going to make him lose money in other aspects, he might not take that risk.
Well, the crazy thing is that nobody really knows what business he's in because he hasn't released any of his taxes. So, yeah, we don't know what the scope of his
Well,
business
the thing is,
we
you
know
got a
some of it.
president. You got a president of the United States that isn't into it for the money. But he's already got enough money to make, so he's in about making the people money.
Bullshit. No. This is about pay to play. This is about him making more money and setting up a bunch of deals because this is like the ultimate deal thing for Trump. Now he can like...
No, we're talking about as being paid from the people, as in he's not taking a wage. Like the whole thing, right?
Because that's peanuts, though. It's like, what, $500,000 or something?
He
$500,000
now has
anybody's
a lot
fucking
of
huge wage.
stuff to leverage with.
Not when you have billions.
Obama took a wage. He had to.
That's because they don't have any money. Well, Bush does. Obama's not rich, though. But, I mean, well, he's rich compared to most people. But he's not rich like Trump rich. I'm sure Obama's probably pretty fucking rich when it really comes down to it. But he's on paper and what we know, he's like, he's not definitely no Trump. But Trump uses other people's money to do these things. Trump's kind of like a phony rich person. He's like, you never really know if he's rich or
That guy's got
not.
some fucking cash, dude.
Well, he's got some cash. He's probably got $1 billion, but is it his money?
More than $1 billion.
He's claimed that much in tax losses. He claimed almost $1 billion in tax losses, and that's why he doesn't have to pay taxes for 7 years or something. Because
So he made at least $1 billion over the last 7 years.
he's a billionaire.
If he lost $1 billion,
Oh, no.
he must have had fucking 15 or 20 million to play with.
There's no doubt that from his
It's a 1 minute
His
warning.
hotels
That's
alone?
what the problem is
1
right
minute warning.
now. And you guys should be. Al's rolling. Carly's getting
Trump's
the dabs
hotel
out.
deals
I'm
alone.
waiting for a chair. What are you doing about the whole situation we've had to be 1 minute before 420?
I'm gonna eat some candy.
He's
Skittles,
brought his
really?
co-host on to make
I'm
sure
gonna
that he
eat
gets
some
high
candy.
at 420.
That's
Yeah, I
what
wasn't
I'm
so
gonna do.
stupid about that.
Swedish fish.
Al's in here.
That's what I do
Al's
at
bringing over
420.
Bud. Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun. Look I get to turn the bud cam on. Oh, that's not the bud cam. I guess there is no bud cam. Never mind.
Switch this
Eh.
out, but
Oh well, I didn't set it up. Here, I can. Nah, screw it. They can see all the bud. Yeah, Carly's doing Vanna White with the glass, though. Oh, because it's in Carly's cam? It's just, it's a little in the way. So, Carly, how long do you wait on that banger?
How long do you wait on
This
that
one about
banger?
30.
30?
30 seconds.
420!
Don't yell in the microphone, John. You can't yell in the mic because it hurts people's ears.
Sorry, people. I feel
can't
like
do
I'm
that,
just like,
man.
I don't know. I'm trying.
You're doing good, John.
Can I have a dab?
We do.
I'm a very excited person.
You're very excitable.
I get very happy.
So this should make you excitable. I have a video to play. Does that make you excited?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
did
give
you
you a
dab?
dab.
Did I missed it?
No,
Did I?
you got it. You
Oh.
switched it just as I was exhaling the smoke, actually. I saw
good.
it from the corner of my eye.
Oh, good.
Would you both like a dab?
Yep.
I'm smoking on some delicious. It's a Thai and Jack Herrera Shatter by El Dorado. So
Yes, please.
Dry
tasty.
shifter rosin, but
And happy 420 out there.
it's happy 421 now.
In
wanna
our
hear-
time
can we do a
zone,
camera-
right
shatter
here in
cam?
Vancouver. It's 420.
Should we do a
Happy
shatter cam
420,
before we
Evan,
dab this?
Billy, Spence, Carolyn, Patricia, Corey, Zach, Melissa, James,
Dave, Fred, Wilma,
Steven,
Barney,
Sue,
Red, Fitzgerald.
Oh,
Is there
yeah.
a Henry there?
Is there a Fitzgerald?
How you might get a Fitzgerald. I like the.
What
the
is
black.
that, Carly? What is that?
It's El Dorado Extract Company. It's Thai.
Moby Dick.
Yeah, no, actually, it isn't Moby Dick. I love the Moby Dick. I got some more because
Carly
I enjoyed
loves
the
the
Moby
dick.
Dicks. Anyways.
We just went through this. Okay, so
Okay.
so- no.
That didn't make the situation any
Even worse. Carly, tell them about the story we just looked up here in Vancouver.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. We were just told by our good friend Anne, who's a very awesome and supportive activist, who's here
Hot TV's biggest
at
fan.
every show. She informed us down on Denman, which is a street close to where we have our Davie location in Vancouver here. And there's a restaurant that decided that they were going to franchise and open a second location down there on Denman Street. And it's a fish and chip shop, and they are named Moby Dick. And apparently,
How offensive.
yeah, people are taking offense to the name, and now there's even
my
allegedly like going to be
They're shutting
charges
it down.
presses, and
No,
they're
so-
shutting it
yeah,
down
The
now.
Strata Council, the local Strata Council says the store can't open, the fish and chip restaurant can't open because the name Moby Dick is too offensive to the Strata Council. So
Moby
they're
Dick?
stopping the franchise location of the seafood restaurant from opening because it's called Moby Dick.
You're kidding me.
No.
What?
And the company is suing the Strata Council. Ahab's
Good.
delights.
I would
Yeah.
want to sue the Strata Council too. I'd get all the signs of protest. You gotta have signs, Moby Dick signs everywhere.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So if you support Dick, come out
Moby.
Vancouver, and if you love the Dick,
I just feel like the
We
Strata
do
Council
have-
made themselves look so uncultured with
It's
that
ridiculous.
move. It's so ridiculous.
No,
and
I
if
know
you know
it.
what else it is? It's kind of immature. I'm not sure if there's another way to really say it. Like,
I know,
it's
what's
immature.
next? They're
It's
gonna-
one thing when we're like smoking on the strain Moby Dick and we like giggle once in a while. It's another thing to be like, oh, I don't know, like I can't handle this. That's their own immaturity. It's
soon they'll be banning the Howard Johnson Hotel.
Would you prevent a person who's in their teens or 20s
No, Howard
or a
Johnson.
young person from reading a book that had the character Moby Dick in it?
Can't call it Hojos.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dicks out there. Dick's Lumber. You know, there's a
Dicky's jeans.
Dickies. Yeah, that's
Band in Winnipeg called Dick Manley.
Can you plug it in?
Dick Manley and the Gentleman Assholes. I like that name.
Over there.
Good band, Al says. So
I'm sorry, you have the broken ankle. I apologize.
we love you too, Mario, in the chat. Hi, Mario, says J-Mac. He likes anybody named Mario. He's got a crush on.
I got a Super Mario rig now.
You got a Super Mario rig, Johnny?
Yeah, I bought a Super Mario little pipe.
I've seen it on Insta-G or whatever you have
Did
out
you?
there.
It wasn't. I put it on
Snapchat.
Instagram.
I know it was on Facebook.
It wasn't on Facebook either.
Well, what'd you put it on? I saw
I
it.
never put it on anything.
Oh, did you show it to me?
I might have. No, I didn't.
You just told me about it then. I swear you put it up somewhere,
No.
or you showed me a picture
No,
of
I
it.
got nothing.
You showed
over
me a
here.
picture. You showed me a picture on your phone of it, and I was like, "It doesn't have any Mario on it." You're like, "It's small." Remember that? There you go. Is that true? Did I dream that?
It's actually quite large.
You
I didn't
wish.
say that.
So I
don't
do
have to
have.
wish.
I was trying to excite you earlier with my video talk because I know how much you love videos.
I love videos. Show me one.
I love
Let's
videos.
watch this
wanna see
video.
video.
I want to see videos. Okay, this video is about the police here in Canada starting a project to do marijuana testing for drivers. They're pulling drivers over and doing marijuana testing. This is their pilot project. So I haven't seen this video myself yet. This is from CTV. Uh-oh, what happened?
The dab shattered.
No, dude.
You got it still?
Oh, Johnny's going to do a dab first before we go.
I'm just.
I'll get you one ready while we're doing
Okay.
the video.
Oh, thanks, Carly
You're
Pants.
welcome.
So nice of
You can
you.
go first. It's small.
No,
What?
you
I
go.
didn't get a picture of me. I was like,
Go. You're about ready
She's
to
a
roll.
lot cuter. I understand.
Johnny be the
Don't sell
dad
yourself
doll.
short, Johnny. Cutie pie. Carly's cute.
And that's a Stabby Joe rig that we're hitting there.
Stabby
that I
Joe.
love so much. So
That's your
follow
rig,
him on
Carly.
Instagram. Yes, it is. You can find him at Stabby_Joe. Super awesome.
Show him the rig, John, when you're done.
Great customer service too. And it's got two little opals there that
Got
are mounted on
crazy
Illuminati.
Skeletor hand on the back. Show
I
him the back.
think everyone has a different
Give me a Q-tip.
thing it reminds him of. To me, it reminds me of a witch hand. That's why I just had to get that one. He always does cool hands on his rigs. Not always, but I just loved the white with the black nails. It looked so witchy and magical.
Okay. Here, take this. That's cool, Carly. I like your rigs. You got a lot of good ones.
Don't make.
Yeah, you have you're a, what was
Hetty
it?
Barbie.
Hetty Barbie. You were, no, but you said what is it?
Addicted.
You're addicted? Ah,
Addicted.
that's terrible.
If you like heady glass, wait till I show you some of the glass that is on my phone.
I look forward to
You
it.
mean like the glass on the front of your phone?
No,
That's
I took
really
some
heady.
pictures
I
of-
spend way
Well-
too much
Oh, that
time
shit's dope,
during
man.
the day
I got a
looking at
mothership
glass.
phone case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a mothership phone case.
So, okay, here's the video. Drug testing, cars, fun. This is great.
Uh-oh.
This is what we're in for, ladies and gents, if we let these guys do this crap.
Tonight that you may be pulled over
Where's the
by
volume?
police and asked to provide.
Okay, I tried to play it, but I hear no
Can we hear it?
volume. Alyssa, it's not playing the volume through. I think the chat may have been able to hear it, but we can't hear it in the. Okay, I just want to make sure that the sound is out there for the chatters. Did you guys hear a journalist talking? What? No. It's not coming through the speaker.
Yeah, it's not coming through there.
Where's it going? Why can't I hear it?
The volume down there.
No, it's up. So let's try one more time.
Notice to drivers tonight
No,
that you may
I
be
hear no
pulled
volume.
over.
Is it possibly where it's coming out of this?
Well, we actually can. So now that we have no volume, you just plug the
Notice
device
to
in from the
drivers
audio
tonight that you
jack.
may be
No,
pulled
it's not
over by
working.
police
Jacking it.
and asked to provide a
It is making noise though.
Well, you let him watch it then.
I don't know why it's not working. Hold on, I'm gonna try this one instead. No, I don't know. They want to see. Now everybody's excited about the video. Oh, they heard it.
Can you hear it?
James says that they heard it. Okay, so
Okay,
as long
press
as,
play.
as long as you guys can hear it, that's okay.
I get to miss out on the
And
action.
maybe Alyssa. Yeah. Okay, they hear it. Okay, you guys watch then. Enjoy.
Notice to drivers tonight that you may be pulled over by police
now we
and
can
asked
too.
to provide a saliva sample. As the federal government moves to legalize marijuana, Halifax police are rolling out their part of a pilot project to try out roadside drug testing devices. For now, this is voluntary, but as CTV's Kayla Hounsell tells us, that may not be the case for long.
Constable Christine Fraser is one of a handful of Halifax police officers you may meet over the next month or so. She'll be the one stopping to ask for your saliva.
Halifax Regional Police, along with various other agencies across Canada, are partnering with Public Safety Canada to test 2 roadside devices to detect the presence of any illegal substance.
Call it a drugalizer, so to speak. It works like a breathalyzer.
So open your mouth.
But instead of your breath, it takes oral fluid for drug testing.
It's drugs, so I guess I wouldn't mind if I was asked to, of course.
Well, I would say that's okay as long as the person has the option to refuse.
Right now, it is voluntary. Halifax Police, one of 6 departments across the country participating in a pilot program as the federal government moves to legalize marijuana. It's important to note the devices show a presence of drugs. That doesn't necessarily mean the driver is impaired, but it will allow officers to take you to a drug enforcement officer. Right now, your saliva is being used for research purposes only. It's anonymous. You won't even be asked for your driver's license. Because this is not about you. It's about the officers getting a chance to test the devices.
Once they give us their saliva, they're driving away.
Each time the officers take a sample, they fill out a report, which will help the government determine which device will be used to enforce its new legislation.
What this will do is put a tool in the hands of every frontline police officer.
as they work to keep roads safe with new laws on the way. And around 40 to 50 drivers have taken this test so far. Halifax Police will continue to administer it over the next month or so. They have to report their results to the federal government by the end of February, Bruce.
Thank you, Kayla.
You're welcome.
CTV's Kayla Hounsell reporting live tonight from Halifax.
So brutal.
Well, you know what? It's kind of like this. It's kind of like we have roadside screening for people who drink too much.
Keep it down over there, guys.
Right? So, I mean, it really comes down to is some people can have a drink and it doesn't affect them.
Right.
And that's why you're allowed to have one beer. And then some people will have one beer and they'll fall flat on their face. So in reality, if we take a look at the way they were really going to pose as legalization across Canada, everybody can kind of use cannabis. Well, someone like myself, if you pull me over, they're going to say, well, you got a lot in you, but am I impaired? Right. I'm seriously injured, so they do the same thing when you're on pharmaceutical drugs. They test your impairment levels.
They didn't say how much they're testing for. If it's like what they're testing for in Washington State, if it's 5 nanograms, then it's unscientific. It means that you could have had smoked weed 2 weeks ago, and it would still be in your system.
They're testing for the natural compound of the plant or ligand, so they're looking at that different part because everybody has their own endocannabinoid system, the body's own THC. It's an adenine 2-AG, right? So we take a look at that. So what are they truly testing for? They're testing for a natural compound. So, I mean, at the same time, is that going to be able to be found in more of the derivatives of higher concentrations that are actually the pure distillates and stuff like that?
They're just going to scoop up every pot person.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, to be honest.
Anybody who smokes weed at all will be caught up in their net. And then, but what they said is this will allow us to bring them to an enforcement officer or like a impairment judge or whatever it is. Carly,
the same thing of roadside screening. They pull over, they smell you on the breath, they smell your thing. Okay, they're going to pull you over, and they're going to make you walk the line. If you can walk the line perfectly and touch the hand, they can't do anything, they got to let you go.
But their impairment test for marijuana is stupid. And I did it one time.
This is going to be the next thing, is what kind of testing is there going to be against these? Because I know people, and you know people that do dabs and stuff like that, and there's no fucking way they should get behind the wheel. They're like,
that's true.
Falling asleep.
That's true.
So we have to take a look
I agree with that.
So there's going to be those people out
Carly?
there.
Yeah, well, I've said it before on Pod TV, and I'm sure I'll end up saying it many times again before legalization happens. But I think when it comes to alcohol and cannabis, they can't even be categorized in the same thing when it comes to impairment, because one makes you lose your judgment in a way that makes you confident and be like, oh yeah, I've got this, I'm good. You know, you have that one extra beer, and you have that confidence that you shouldn't, to go, I'm fine to get behind the wheel, I'll be good, when really you shouldn't. You don't realize it till the next day. Whereas cannabis, you don't do that. You're a little bit more paranoid, you're a little bit more cautious, you think about the things you're doing.
That's the
depending on the person. But I've never seen anyone get really stoned and then drive. Anytime someone's really high and we got to go somewhere, they go, I'm going to drink some water, I'm going to wait a little while.
all the time and drives.
Yeah, but he's not too stoned.
What do I do?
I've never seen him not too stoned.
Are you trying to out me on? I don't drive impaired.
She said stoned.
Oh, well, stoned.
No,
fuck yeah.
but I said too stoned. Like, if somebody's too stoned, too stoned, they're gonna wait it out.
I don't think I've ever driven in my life not on marijuana.
I don't think I've anyone ever seen a friend or whatever go like, I'm too high to drive right now, but I'm gonna do it anyways. They always go, fuck that. I'm gonna watch an episode of Family Guy and wait this out, you know?
If I had too many dabs,
I'm gonna watch some MacGyver or something.
If I'm like feeling like I was the other day, which I almost greened out the other day.
Did you green out?
For my first time ever. I don't think I've, it was because of Al. It was Al gave me some stuff.
Al, where's that stuff?
Was like
Al,
formulation.
we want the stuff.
Is it called the formulation, or is that the Oracle stuff?
Well, you know what? You have there's all these good and bad points with it. With
it was
legalization coming upon us, and we're taking a look at exactly how this whole system is going to go.
It was good.
I mean, there's going to be people who can handle their own, and some that can't. Having some kind of a screening where it's going to not have people driving as much, so that enforcement is there. I mean, am I for it? Well, they have road checks all the time to people for drinking and driving. And you know what?
I think I don't drive because I think cars are scary and dangerous.
But I'll tell you one thing: if they pull me over,
checking that people are impaired. But I mean, you can be impaired by anything from having anxiety, from
I've had my car checked,
to music, to texting when you're driving. All of those things.
I've had my car checked for one reason: because my car smells like marijuana. So when they think that your car smells like marijuana, they don't have to give you a saliva test. If your car smells like booze, they smell your breath. They don't give you a breathalyzer. You could have spelled something in there. So it's going to be interesting in how they try and enforce this, because I was with my father and I did a live chat with that on Facebook. But I was driving down the freeway. A cop pulled me over. He said he smelled marijuana and tried charging me with impaired under the influence and stuff like that. When I hadn't even smoked a joint that fucking day. It was just it was just bullshit. So I mean, here's the next question: is when it comes down to this type of enforcement, are they going to base it on visual, on scent, or are they going to base it on impairment? So I mean, it's really a hard call, because if you just smell like weed, are we gonna have to spit in a fucking jar every time we pull over?
Yeah. Did you see the
really? Come on.
Did you see the bad pun in the headline though? Spit stop.
Well, that's what I mean.
They just can't stop with these terrible puns.
Every time if I don't get pulled over, I don't like.
You know
I don't
what the-
feel
you know
right.
what I
Not even
just
funny.
Well,
thought
let's
of,
just
though?
say if they're doing random checks, and every time I go through random check, do I have to spit in a fucking jar because I smell like weed?
You know, with
Because pretty
alcohol-
much, I mean, it's my medicine.
You're gonna be spitting in a lot of jars.
With alcohol, I think it's a great thing to not combine drinking and driving, but I'll be really sad if this like cuts down the amount of doobies I have with my friends when we're cruising around. Because there's something really nice about like bumping some tunes and smoking a doobie in the car. It's great.
We've all
and
done
as long
it.
As, yeah, and pretty much everyone who's smoked weed has done it. And I've even had people
Okay,
turn
but
to
I
me
can tell
being
you one
like,
thing
I don't
right
want
now.
people driving around
I
the
have
road
not
stoned.
gone
And I'm like,
behind the
we
wheel
just
with
smoked a
5 of
joint
my
and you're
buddies and
driving.
went, cheers, let's go for a drive, guys. Let's get drunk and drive. I've never done that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Because you just don't.
But I'll jump on a road trip and get on the freeway, and it's like,
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
because
do a road trip without
It's like smoking a
pre-rolls.
cigarette, though. It's like when you smoke this much cannabis, it affects you. Like when I smoke a
Well, it
cigarette, if I
regulates-
smoke a whole cigarette, I am fucked up.
Yeah, you get
I am
crazy head
fucked
rush,
up.
dizzy.
But people smoke cigarettes all day long, and they don't get fucked up because they smoke cigarettes. If some novice person who doesn't smoke a lot of
Carolina.
cannabis smokes a whole joint to their
Yeah,
dome
Lana.
and then wants to get behind the wheel, that could very well be dangerous.
You got
But for
Toker.
somebody like us that smokes from morning till night,
Toker poker.
it's the same shit. You get immune to it.
There it is.
So that's not being, that's why impairment testing is the only way to go with these things. And you shouldn't be impaired on the road no matter what it is, whether you had too much pharmaceutical drugs, whether you're too tired to be on the road.
That's the
There's a
other
whole bunch of
thing.
other things that can be, just natural.
How many
being
there's
awake
like,
for
how
too
many
long.
how many medicines are there out there
Okay, so
that people
I-
take
Wait,
every
let me
single
talk.
day that are popular for anxiety, ADHD, depression, pain? How many of those medications say do not operate heavy machinery when you're under the influence of this? And
Cough
how
medicine
many
says-
All of
people
them.
drive to work every day anyways?
Right.
That is completely driving under the impairment of that.
Okay,
drug.
how about this?
So why are we doing road tests
How
for
about
that?
this, Carly? How many
You're right.
seriously injured workers are back to work as truck drivers that are prescribed pharmaceutical drugs like opiates and are on the road? Okay, so we see that with WorkSafe BC. We got guys that are in the logging industry. They're back to work driving truck on heavy pharmaceutical drugs prescribed by
that's
the companies.
bad.
It's all. I could bring you tons of information on that, and everybody knows how I am with WorkSafe BC. So I mean, there's a bill around a Bill C-45, and you not being able to operate at a workplace if you're on opiates over a certain percentage. So I mean, there's certain things around that. I can't remember. It might be wrong on that bill now. It might have changed. Bills change all the time, but I mean, this is one other thing too. Is that I mean, people operate on heavy pharmaceutical drugs. Cup of coffee. Some people can't handle coffee because
I can't.
See?
I can't. I get crazy anxiety. I get crazy
can't.
shakes, and then
So, I
I'll
mean,
crash out
however
after
it
like
I
affects-
can't
a
handle
However,
not
it
having it.
However, it affects your central nervous system, whether it being coffee or an apple or too much sugar or a joint or whatever, we know in moderation when and when not to do things because it's affecting our continents and we can't see things clearly. And I think everybody makes that individual judgment.
Texting while driving.
Well, that's the
Oh
number
my
one
God,
killer on the
that's the
road. Look at my
worst.
surgery was due to someone texting and driving. You know what? Texting and driving kills people.
Yeah.
Because
You know
you're not
what?
fucking
Who was the
paying
worst for
attention.
that in Ottawa was the government workers pulling out of their parking lots. They would be like, when the people like are tapping on their brake and they're like kind of half paying attention, they'd be doing it then, and they'd be pulling out of their parking lots at the end of the day, and they'd be on their phones, and they wouldn't realize that they were like putting their foot off the brake when they're a foot away from a pedestrian who's crossing in front of them. And I lost track of how many times I had to like hit the trunk of people's cars as they were coming towards me, and 9 out of 10 times they were coming out of a Government of Canada building.
Well, here's the whole thing, and that's another thing we've got to get paid attention to, is that you should put more enforcement into people using their cell phones and driving. I see it every day. I drive down the freeway. I see it like crazy. For me, I'm dead against it because of what happened to myself and stuff like that.
Yeah, Johnny's busy Snapchatting, so he doesn't have time to text while he's driving.
I don't Snapchat. I got a mounted thing in my car, and my car, as soon as we get into it, it's completely hands-free and connects and talks to me.
Oh, so you're just like You talk Siri, Snapchat me.
No, now the new cars it's Apple compatible. The new Apple compatible smart. The cars that you have, it can detect if you go off the road. It slams on the brakes if someone's coming through.
Slams on the brakes?
No, it's one of those. It's just really.
Put your seatbelt on.
Company leases it, right?
What is good? You have a self-driving car?
Pretty much, I'm getting close to
Shut
that
the
now.
fuck. You have this? I
I
want to go play with one of these
You'll
things.
get it. It's coming.
I just want to like,
Next
whoa,
week.
take your hands off the
I
wheel.
don't have a self-driving car. It's like Brian, Mr. Cookie, Brian's got a car. Brian's got a car that has the same thing. It goes to next
Cookie?
someone with Cookie. He's got one of those smart technology cars.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
They're
Google,
coming up
Google
with that
car.
now. So if you fall asleep with the wheel, it's like it detects if you've gone off the road.
It's like Johnny Cab from RoboCop, or I mean,
But I mean, you gotta
Total
drive
Recall.
You gotta
Total
drive
Recall.
it, but they're getting to those
Yeah.
stages that they can see things happening. Huh?
Take your dab.
It's like, how do you do?
You gotta keep the rotation going. Thank you.
Yeah. What's the scene? He like, I can't remember what he says, but he's Johnny Cab says some pun. It's a good movie full of puns. Paul Verhoeven, check it out. Total Recall original. Bam. All right, I got another video too here. So we were talking earlier about the total. Yes, I love the plugs. Plug in for the Fenties and plug in Total Recall today.
I
That's
feel like at least 80% of the time, your plugs are just like authentic
Things I like.
things that you just like. Though.
That's true. They are. I don't. Yeah. Nobody tells me to plug these things. I just plug them. Yep. And it's usually like old things, like shout out to Degrassi Junior High.
Started from the bottom.
Seinfeld.
That's right.
Shout out to Seinfeld, guys.
Seinfeld,
Big
yeah.
shout out to Seinfeld and George and Elaine and
I know.
and Kramer
Whatever happened
and
to those
that
guys?
whole crew. Shout out to Seinfeld, man. Let's do a dab for Seinfeld.
Do it.
I'm doing a dab for Seinfeld,
I
guys.
haven't had a dab yet.
Oh, I think it's your dab now. No, I didn't.
No.
It's his dab. Damn, I thought I
Did
was
you?
doubling
You
up
took
over
my
here.
dab, did you?
I tried. Okay, dab for Seinfeld.
Dab.
Jared.
Dab.
Dab.
This one's for Seinfeld.
This one's for Seinfeld. There's your little...
Smoking on El Dorado
ready to go?
extract. Yep.
Yeah, feel it. So you know what? This is when you hit a banger too hot, it burns the back of your throat. But this is pooling quite nicely, so it's actually the perfect temperature. Put the fucking cap on that thing. What's wrong with you? Can't handle that. You choked them on. I know. It's like, what's going on? It's like, cap that thing. So the proper way of carb capping your dabber. And actually, you know what? Who's the name of the glassware who made these little dabbers?
That is JS Glass, and they are excellent. They're directional flow, low temp caps, so they can help you dab at really, really low temperatures. And when you dab at a lower temperature, it preserves
Back it
more
up with a
terpenes.
Get right in there.
Chase it with a joint. Sorry, go ahead, Carly.
Oh, can we say that again?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, tell them about the carb cap.
I
Never mind that.
I can say it again if you missed it.
That's okay. We don't need to hear it
It's
again.
directional. What does that mean?
Oh, the directional
We can
flow.
turn
So
it.
basically, there's a little kind
Hole?
of like nipple on the end of the
See the nipple?
on the piece there.
See the nipple?
That is what it is. I don't know how else I could do
See the
a
nipple? You can see it
knob,
right
a
there.
nub.
I was gonna give it a lick, but
It's Johnny.
that's the nipple,
There's a little
it's
hole
got a
that's
little
placed
hole.
on an angle,
and it's got a little direction angle, as you can see.
and as you take your dab and cap it and
You
spin it,
spin it. Watch, Jer.
Nipple spinner?
Spin the nipple on the end. You're gonna spin the
Looks
nipple.
like a top.
and the
And the
hole.
nipple, and if you do it properly,
I can't say anything
See,
because every
wasn't-
time I start talking, you talk over
I know,
me.
Johnny.
I'm
Hilarious.
so I'm excited.
He wants to tell them. Yeah. Here, put that in your mouth.
The little hole will make it so that the dab is being
air.
vaporized where it needs to be. So as you point the hole towards where your dab is, then that area will get vaporized. So it makes it so that you can get all those little corners and you just kind of spin it. We'll get the whole dab a lot easier than when you're just flat putting a carb cap on. They're really, really well designed. He actually has demo videos up on his Instagram, JS Glass, of him just using a lighter to heat it up. And when I have like leftover dabs, like a little bit that I don't want to Q-tip, I'll just hit it with a lighter instead of the torch and use my JS cap, and it works fine.
That's really cool.
It is really
I
cool.
like Bubble
Light it
Man's
up.
method that he did on the show of just like hitting it with the torch for as long as you need instead of hitting it way hot and then letting it cool
10
down.
seconds.
That's
We did a
becoming
10
more
seconder.
kind of common now. It's kind of going around because it preserves your banger for a lot longer too. Not only is it like
I
you
wrecked
wait
mine
less
after
time,
4
but
days.
you're not
Okay, fine.
as opposed to burning off these extracts and having it have hit with way more heat and burning way faster. You can only hit it with a minimum amount of heat and just stay in the habit of Q-tipping. Roughly 8 seconds, I'll say 6 to 8 seconds, depending on the banger.
So important things to know.
And then hit it right away.
Yeah, but you don't need to like rush, but by the time you like pick up your dab and your carb cap, you're pretty much ready to go.
Right.
Sometimes if it's a little too hot, I'll just blow on it too if I'm like getting impatient.
So I was on the phone yesterday with Corey from We the North, and his dispensary was raided at 9:30 at night, a half an hour after the doors had closed, and they came in and grabbed all the cash and everything.
Where was this?
This was in Ontario. This happened yesterday.
But what city in Ontario?
That would be not just right down. I don't know the exact address on me, but it's We the North. So they're still raiding in Ontario. They're still hitting people, and this guy's been open for
Is that
a
in
while.
the Toronto municipality?
In the Toronto municipality.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So
the raids are still happening.
I just want to make mention that the raids are still. They're not being as much publicized anymore. They're just happening now all the time.
Yeah. Well, and here's one. This is at Banff.
See, here we go. Let's talk about more. This is what we're talking about here. Banff, and this is Banff,
Alberta.
BC. Oh, Banff, Alberta.
Well, isn't Banff on the Alberta side of the border there? It's like right next
Banff,
to BC. Maybe it's BC, but maybe it's Alberta. It's Alberta.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's
Well,
Alberta.
I used to hang out at Banff, BC.
It's like right on the border. All right, here it is. Oh, that's Carly. Hi,
Here it
Carly.
is.
Okay.
This is Banff, BC.
Here it is. Look at her. Repressing.
Marijuana users and potential sellers just waiting for the federal government to legalize pot. But it looks like one business let its impatience get the better of it. Store in Banff got busted in the middle of the workday Monday, and 9 people were arrested, accused of selling bud over the counter. Chris Epp reports.
Elijah Neha was just one of several disappointed customers showing up at the Canna Clinic today.
It was a surprise to see it opening up in the first place, to be honest, and I'm not really surprised it's been shut down already, but it is a bit disappointing.
Just 3 weeks after opening in this Banff shopping center, the Canna Clinic is closed thanks to a police raid on Monday. They plan to lay charges against staff for selling weed over the counter.
It wasn't locked away or anything like that. It was easily located. It's the first case like this that I'm aware of, and it's not something that we hope we see again. It wasn't a hidden thing. It was fairly obvious and became apparent to the officers quite soon after they began operating what they were up to.
The store's doors are now locked and phones disconnected. It's unclear if the shop didn't realize that it's still illegal to sell non-medicinal marijuana. One thing neighboring stores say, it didn't hurt business.
It quadrupled a lot. We had a lot more foot traffic and stuff like that. A lot of people that went in there were happy to have it open and things like that.
When they moved in, it created lots of action, yeah. But the smell for me was the big thing, yeah. It was quite potent.
The town of Banff says it did issue the Canna Clinic a license to sell, quote, smoking-related paraphernalia, but that's it. The town says it's now pulled the permit. Still, for nearly a month, police say the store may have been selling marijuana in various forms to customers asking for it.
The mom of 3 kids, I definitely questioned why you could buy it just in the store next door.
After it closed, a lot of people came in here asking why it closed, so I think that shows that a lot of people are still confused and don't know if it's legal or illegal.
The RCMP says the store originally told town officials it planned to sell pot once it was legal, but not before then. Federal legislation to legalize the sale of marijuana is expected this spring. Chris Epp, CTV News, Banff.
Police say they raided the clinic after receiving several complaints from other retailers in the mall, as well as other people who'd been in the store.
All right.
Well, so there you go, you guys. I know Canna Clinic has opened up several locations. They're pretty much, pushing forward just like everybody else in the industry and getting that information out there. They got a great board behind them, and they got a great team.
I feel bad that they're getting harassed.
Direction. Well, you know what? It's just like any kind of industry, and we know this. They get raided and get shut down and reopen.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you got the backing of the support of the people and individuals that actually have the proper means of trying to get it out there to the patients or to the people, and you know what, it's like you said, it's just like alcohol, the way you want to treat it. It's like tobacco.
And the cops
it's like anything else where you're going to give it an age restriction. Well, cannabis shouldn't have an age restriction, but I understand it's going to have it. But when it comes to medical, there is no age restriction when it comes to anything related to a medical condition.
If I was a medical patient right now, I would be more comfortable going to a dispensary because of how many companies have gotten caught using dangerous chemicals on their shit lately.
Yeah.
When you got companies like
Well,
Metrum
how many? It's
spraying,
just two, right?
Well,
Well, you
Metrum and two more. No, there was Metrum, Organigrow, and
or whatever they
Aurora.
call that one. And Aurora too now?
Yeah, which is interesting because I remember at a conference we were talking to them not that long ago, and we were like, how do you get the zero microbe count without irradiation? And they're like, it's a secret, we can't tell.
Oh yeah. But is that how you get zero microbe?
I don't know, but that makes me wonder, well, I don't know.
Why do they use this pesticide? It kills the bugs.
It kills.
So what happens is
they
the
put
plants
the pesticide inside the plant. It becomes part of the plant.
It becomes part of the plant structure of the leaf, but they always say it doesn't go to the trichome because the trichome is developed by the sun inside of how the molecule.
Well, the stuff that Metrum was caught with in particular.
So the whole thing is, yeah, it's probably Asthmax or something. It's systemic. Eagle 2.0, really? Wow.
It was something started with an M from Metrum. I can't remember what it was.
It's nasty shit.
Yeah, but it's
Mesyl
fine.
something,
They
yeah.
use it,
Well,
they
as
use
in
it
someone
on,
who has been
in
growing
grapes
like
and stuff
yourself.
We're gonna get that name.
It's
We're gonna
fine
get that
for consumption. Our digestive systems can handle it. A lot of California wine growers will use it on their grapes, but in terms of actually burning it, it releases hydrogen cyanide when it's burned.
This is the whole thing. Get education on that, Carly.
Thank you. I did some research for my show that I
Says,
did.
you know what? Good job on that, by the way.
And
Well, because working in the hydroponic
what was
industry.
this? It also benzene as well.
Al, if you want to grab a microphone and talk, that'd be awesome. We're trying to get
It's
Alan
pretty
here to
scary
talk too,
shit.
because these are really important things that we want to talk about. We talk about this all the time, and then how things affect us and stuff, and what's going on in the industry. And it's good knowledge to know and stuff. So, as I always say, grow your own. If you can't, you know what? Sorry, find someone that is. When we have with the legalization, what's happening, and when these companies are supposed to be following guidelines, and then a lot of these bigger companies, some of the biggest in the industry, are not following those guidelines, and they start second guessing. It's just like how one person can destroy everything. We already know that.
Myclobutanol was the one that Metrum used.
Right.
That's the active ingredient.
That's Eagle 2.0.
This is Al the Alchemist. This is right here. You haven't known him before. Here.
Yeah.
All right, so the active ingredient in Eagle 2.0 or Eagle 20, I guess it is myclobutanil.
That's crazy.
And it's a systemic fungicide. I think it works as a pesticide as well.
What's crazy is that it's actually could be toxic. It releases these gases.
When they did not only the gases thing, which is like an obvious problem, especially if you're a medical patient, you have any issues that have to do with breathing or your lungs, that could be really dangerous. If you're like, let's say, using a vaporizer that you think is going to be easy on your lungs, it's not going to be easy on your lungs when you're burning hydrogen cyanide through it. But
no.
Oh, I totally forgot what I was saying now. Oh shit.
Well, it's
Weird
bad
moment.
news.
Well, pretty much what's going on out there is like within any industry and stuff like that is all these pesticides. I mean, you can buy like Avon and stuff like that, and they use it. They use Nova. Nova is used in bell peppers and anything. That
Nova.
and these are all chemicals that are all in food.
There's something that people aren't taking into consideration. When we're eating like foods that have been treated with something like Nova or strawberries or whatever, because that's one of the
Nova's
common.
used for mostly just skin products like green peppers and that kind of stuff, and squashes and stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
That's what we get.
Things
so
that
it's not really, but that's what it's used for, but not used for putting on a flour.
But those affect us differently when we take them in the gut. Yeah. Like when we eat something like Nova, it's not the same as if the residual gets put through heat and inhaled. So a lot of these things that people are using on their plants, they look and it's like, oh, it's a food safe crop. Well, yeah, it's a food safe crop. That means it's meant to be eaten. And when you eat it, it's not going to do very much. Like it's going to do really very little harm to you. But if you fucking light that shit up and inhale it, it's a whole different thing. Yeah. So looking towards what people use on food crops, it's not really a safe thing because we're not dealing with a food crop. We're dealing with a smoking crop.
Well,
you know?
when they everywhere
We're
else they
dealing with
legalized it,
medicinal
they
crops.
put emergency procedures in place to make sure that anywhere they were using microbutanol, they like either faced fines, they released their names to the public so people could be aware of them, or they closed them down. Meanwhile, Health Canada just kind of turned a blind eye when just a few months ago, when it was regarding dispensaries, they gave a quote to the Globe and Mail saying that if anyone didn't meet those guidelines, they would be facing strict punishments.
They
and
literally
potentially getting
covered it
fees
up.
or
They
being
didn't
closed.
release it to the public.
They didn't. No, they called some patients and were like, something got mixed into the nutrient spray, and then to a handful of customers, they accidentally, maybe only a few people heard the word microbutanol, and those people
It's
from
fucking
there,
brutal.
one of those people went to Globe and Mail, and they were like, this doesn't seem right to me. What's going on? So, and then the other thing that I'd read about it is that we don't even actually know that we could look at it now and say, okay, well, there hasn't been anything big that's come out about these people having health implications.
No, we're
But
talking
with
20
this-
years from now.
and a lot of it is to do with reproduction. So we could not realize this, and these people could 10, 20 years from now be like, I can't have kids, and I don't know
That's
why.
the same
and it
thing
could
with
be because
David.
of fucking Health Canada's approved weed.
No, it's
fucked.
They're
It's horrible.
evil.
And yeah, sure,
Um,
sure they recall some product, but
How can you hide this stuff from people?
But what happens to the grams that got smoked? What do they? How do they compensate the individual and their health for the grams that got smoked? I think it's time that Canadians start bombarding their politicians with a no confidence letter. I do not have confidence, dear sir or madam. I no longer have confidence in the provider you have brought to the table to give me my medicine, and I'm going to look elsewhere. That's what I think people should start doing, and
Grow your own.
Force the fucking hand. Force
Grow
these guys
your
to
own.
change, because it's bullshit.
Well, Trudeau has quite an upper hand right now.
There's
He's-
something in Canadian politics. I was talking with Rob Laurie, one of the really, he's a hungry lawyer. I love
Rob's
Rob.
awesome.
He's got some tenacity.
He does.
That's for sure.
Talented lawyer.
But
Hey, little boy.
I brought something up, and
He's
I'm like, how
hilarious.
come nobody's invoking the no confidence clause? And he's like, you know what? That's something we learned way back in law school, and nobody ever touches back on it. So he was going to go and look, because there's something in Canadian politics that allows us as citizens to create a group, a body, so to say, and say we don't have confidence in this program, we don't have confidence in this individual, this whatever. It's a no confidence clause, and there's something that in our constitution that affords us the ability to do so.
Yeah, well, it's odd. It's like jury nullification. It's there. Pardon me. It's there. It's valid, but nobody ever uses it for some reason. You can just the jury can just be like no and write off the thing, and there it goes. Jury can just nullify. So that's a good thing to use, and I think that exists in the United States. You can do it there fairly often, but nobody ever does.
Wow.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
time is it now? It's 5 o'clock. Rounding a corner.
Well, you know what?
here.
It was a lot of fun. It's really looking forward to 2017 and what's going to be happening with Canada and the legalization out there. And they have promised us, and what's going to come out with the result of the task force and what they said with
It's gonna be a big year.
of the Grow Forward plants. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out, and if that's going to be approved. Because with legalization, we're going to have to see some type of everybody being able to grow or access cannabis in some way, form that is not just being shoved down their throat.
Yeah.
So,
We'll see what happens with
we're
the
gonna-
task force
we're gonna see what
report
the task force
and see
report
if they
is gonna
actually
go in.
implement these things. Now, remember, it's hard. Oh, Carly's smoking. It's hard because the task force, what they did are just recommendations. Thank you.
Well, those recommendations come highly, highly considered, because don't forget, Trudeau put that team together to write the recommendations. So it was his voice to write those regulations and to put something forward for the people. And you know what? Everything's said and done. At least the people who were looking at writing those regulations went inside the community of the activists, from people we know, from Hillary to Philip Lucas to Riel and stuff like that, and other people that I'm probably not naming that I don't know off by hand. But a lot of these people had a very good influence on how it took place and how we are looking at legalization in Canada. I'm excited to see the next steps. I'm excited to see how they said they want to follow a cannabis culture type model for a storefront. You know what? With more stores opening and more access, with more people being able to access cannabis, we're getting safer ways of being able to access medicine, or if you want, your legal right to.
Well, we have a development permit at 2 of our stores in Vancouver now.
There you go.
So, our new one that we're opening and this one over on Davie Street. Our Davie Street store with the lounge has a development permit. We'll see how that goes, though. We might figure it out. So, yeah, I'm not sure if a lounge will be allowed, how that works, but...
Well, I don't know how it goes with the lounges and how the whole thing is set forward right now.
We split it up.
But they're already talking
just
about
move the dispensary to the main floor.
Yeah, we would just split it up. Something like that.
What they're looking at right now is that they're looking at just like bars, and they have legal alcohol. They allow people to where they can consume it and enjoy and relax. So I see more vapor lounges and places where people are able to smoke and enjoy and be able to just kick back instead of using tobacco products. We're using cannabis products. They're vaporizing probably more or less, not in the smoking type until after, of course, 4:30, when food guys go home and outrights the joints. That's how it always was over at the old places and stuff.
The lounges are really important now, too, with how much the industry is expanding and changing. There's still a lot of people who don't even know what dabs are, and we're still explaining a lot. Like, there's so much to learn, and I know that most of the information that I've learned about cannabis, I've learned while at lounges consuming cannabis with like-minded people. My first good few dabs were all at a lounge because I had heard about them and I really wanted to try them, and nobody I was really hanging out with at the time when I first moved to Vancouver did them really. And then I met a friend who worked at the lounge, and then instead of going to the bar, I was stopping at the dab bar every day. And I didn't have a rig to use, but I would go there and I would get my individual portions and I'd stay there and I'd hang out, and I learned a lot. And it wasn't long after that I was hanging out here all the time. And you need that safe consumption place with people where you can learn about what's going on. The people who are making the rules about this have no idea how massive the industry is. They don't know about things like CBD isolate and the difference between clear and shatter. You don't know any of those things. Those are the things that you need to discuss with like-minded people. Just like if, it's the same thing as like if you were to be enjoying wine or whatever else, you would need, it's easier to learn those things over conversation, the way things affect you, the profiles of things. I've learned so much about strains, and yeah, I think it's really important to have the lounge spaces.
Yes.
100%.
I wish all of our cannabis culture stores had lounges attached to them, but sometimes it's just not possible. But the lounge concept, that's the big winner for the future, because we have on every corner in every town in North America bars all over the place, and they're places where you consume alcohol. Yeah, you have coffee shops. Well, shit, we need our crew. We need dab bars. Like
I always say we have
every corner.
We have all of these things. We have wine festivals. Yeah, Scotch festival. We need to have a marijuana festival. We need to have like a Kush release.
Yeah,
I think we should just adopt the private sports club model.
Yeah.
Private sports club.
Well, sports clubs like in
the yacht clubs and stuff like that.
It should be just like every other store.
Well, I mean, at least if they're going to play hardball, at least take a model that already exists.
Yeah.
And
like Spain.
No, I mean within Canada. In Winnipeg, there's a lot of ethnic clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's an Italian club, Portuguese club, and they're basically little cafes, that show soccer games or whatever, and they have a clientele that are members only.
Mm-hmm. But I try and join as many of them as I can.
It's a restaurant or a cafe, so I think maybe people set up that model, and whatever.
Yeah, you do it in a club form, but I think you still run into the same legal hurdles as a store does. So I don't really think it matters how you set it up, but the act of selling cannabis is the thing that pisses them off. So.
Well, you're not selling cannabis. You're
giving it to your members.
You're donating to the club.
Well, donating cannabis is as bad as selling.
No, you're not donating cannabis. You donate money to the club, and you're allowed to donate money to clubs, to organizations.
Well, how's the weed sales get involved?
Let's say you go and you want to donate $10. Mm-hmm. Well, you donate $10 and you get to take a gram. The gram's free.
That's trafficking, though.
No, it's not. The gram's free. Well, yeah, it's trafficking, but
trafficking.
The donation is still the donation.
You're not
selling the weed.
That's kind of calling it that. It doesn't actually change anything legally, though.
Kind of.
Well, optically, it looks different. But
it changes the proceeds of crime. Because your proceeds
It'd
aren't coming
confuse
from
them a little.
crime. Your proceeds are coming from public donations. Has nothing to do with crime. Zero.
Well,
That's Al's way of looking at it.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
sure
work that
that's
way in this
really
case.
how
That's
the
Al's
law
way of
looks at
looking
it.
at it, but when we get in
Yeah.
court, they're like, yeah, no, you're still.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that. There's been lots of booze cans that have operated like that have skated for criminal charges. There's lots of It's not like it's something new.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not a lawyer, so. But. Well, I'm really baked, man. What is it that I had? That dab? What was that? Oh, the El Dorado. Yeah.
As the El Dorado Extract Company, it's the Thai and Jack Herrera Shattercross. You should, they just set up an Instagram account, so you should go follow them, El Dorado Extracts.
El Dorado.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we played the 2 videos that I had, and we've smoked a bit of our pot today. So yeah, look at this. If you didn't see this
bongo
before,
hash.
look at this awesome tray. It says cannabis culture on it. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's so glassy you can't see the logo.
Well, that's okay. So you'll be able to find it soon online at cannabisculturehq.com.
Yeah, Carly Marley.
Great plug.
Also,
Thanks.
you can find Carly Marley on Mondays on Pod TV at 4 p.m. You can find Al the Alchemist on Wednesdays
On my
at 4
couch.
p.m. On his couch every other day.
How's that couch treatment?
Yeah, that couch, yeah. And you can find me and Johnny every Friday. You can also find the rest of the crew with Al on Wednesdays. That's From Under the Influence. The name has returned.
Yep. Return. Where you guys filming? Back at the.
No
And
filming
Expert
here.
Joints with Craig Axel.
Yeah, don't
Don't forget
forget
about Expert.
Thursdays at 4:20. Mr. Expert, Craig G.
Craig G. He's living the dream. That's what Mark from
Living
Pure
the
Hemp always say.
dream.
Living the dream. I said I'm gonna steal it from me, so I stole it from Mark.
Good.
Thanks, Mark.
And just back to the myclobutanil. Not even USA tobacco crops are allowed to use that shit. Think about that. They're allowed to use it in China on their
And
tobacco.
why are tobacco manufacturers allowed to put so many poisons in this product when other products that are shown to have poisons in them and things that hurt you have been banned? Why is it that they're allowed to put so many in? I don't get it. And they don't have to write, they don't have to write the ingredients on the pack.
Because you pay a lot of tax.
Because they're paying a lot of tax.
Because they pay a lot of, they have a lot of lobbyists. Yeah, you're right. And I guess because there's a long tradition of tobacco use in the United States, goes back, blah, 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 so on and so
They
forth.
pay a lot
And
of
the
tax.
thing is, you can see that they try to actively phase it out. Like in Vancouver, they only have 20 packs. I'm from Ontario, where they have 25 packs. And I told my smoker friends in Ottawa that I couldn't, there was no such
Alberta,
thing
they
as
got
25
30 packs?
packs.
They got 30
They have
packs.
30 packs.
I don't know, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
I don't know.
In Alberta,
I was
they have 30
surprised. I was
packs.
like,
Don't they have 30 packs in Alberta?
well, I know
Texas, they have 90
in
packs.
Quebec, it was easy enough to get, like, you could get cartons pretty easily, really cheap in Quebec. But you can see they just, like, bump the prices up more, and then it just pisses people off. It doesn't actually make many people quit smoking. It just makes people who smoke more broke and pissed off and stressed, and therefore want another cigarette.
I'm
so.
sorry, don't smoke.
They should quit.
Indeed.
That's not even
More
tobacco
weed,
you're
it's not
smoking,
more
it's paper.
expensive, so you know what? It's
You're
really-
smoking paper.
Wait, to explain this to the viewers, Jeremiah, for people who don't know this, what you're saying about the paper.
This is real. Tobacco that people smoke is not tobacco. Do you ever notice how there's no sticks or twigs in it, and it all looks the same, and there's no discoloration? There's no, if you had real tobacco in there, it looks like leaves.
Like it's
When-
the
even
inside
when you
of
grind
your
it up,
blood.
it's all different colors. It has sticks and
They don't
twigs in
grind
it.
it. They shred it. There's no sticks in it. They're big
No,
leaves.
no. What they do is they take the tobacco leaves and they squish them and they extract a juice from
Make
it.
rosin.
Yeah, they make rosin.
Rosin, that's
They
the-
make tobacco rosin and they squeeze it out and then they spray that shit in even uniform
I think I've
waves
heard it
on big huge pieces of paper that they toast or it's already toasted before they spray it. And then they shred that shit up and put it in your cigarette. And that's why it looks so consistent, because it's shredded paper.
Yeah, smoking paper.
Smoking paper. And I actually thought somebody told me that and I was like, that's bullshit. It's not paper. No, they can't do that. And then I looked it up. It's real. Look it up. It's fucking real. You don't. It's not tobacco. You can't even
It's like-
get
it's
real
like-
tobacco.
It's like ultra saturated.
Yeah, it's
That's
sprayed,
the
and
way
who
your
knows
weed's
what
gonna
they put
come
in that
from
shit.
making-
It's disgusting. Yeah, and you're smoking paper. It's not meant to be smoked in that way. Tobacco there's a long tradition of smoking tobacco for religious and for just recreational purposes. But, you know, there's a lot of Native American groups that have a long cultural history of using tobacco as a sacred plant. And this shit that you get is just garbage. Like, real tobacco actually is kind of... I started smoking it before. I don't advise smoking it anyways because it's really addictive. And as soon as you start smoking it, what happened to me is I was doing poppers. Me and Carly were doing poppers.
Don't blame it on me.
Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah, it's totally your fault. Just joking. No, but
You're doing poppers.
We were doing poppers. Yeah, poppers in the bong. And
were you guys like playing trendy British kid or something?
No, they just feel
No,
good.
we were playing I'm from Ottawa, kid. So
They feel good.
they feel good.
And then I got addicted to them. I got addicted to them pretty quick,
It
actually.
makes your weed last a really long time. That's part of why a lot of people do it.
But I used to go for runs, and when I started smoking the tobacco, after doing a few runs, it was like totally bad. What's up? And look, we should get her on camera. Oh, she left. So, yeah, tobacco, don't start smoking. Even the real tobacco.
So here's the
it's
whole
not good.
thing.
We were getting real
If you
tobacco.
feel like
The poppers we were doing was with tobacco that
grab
David
yourself
Ramalevine
a
gave me.
plant. That plant happens to be cannabis.
What?
I grew some of that same tobacco.
Plants, but you know what? This is the one that I
Blue
like.
Lotus is another fun plant to
Blue
smoke.
Lotus, yeah.
I love that one. You can get that one at the Urban Shaman here at 307 West Hastings.
Gives you
inside our
funny
Cannabis Culture
dreams.
Headquarters. It does. It's
What
very
happened to
relaxing.
seed
I like
bank? What
smoking
did seed bank go?
before I go to bed.
What did seed bank go?
Apparently, the best way to use it though is to
That was
infuse
seed bank's
wine.
gone. I went downstairs today.
No,
They moved
where are they?
locations. It's just a few blocks down. I think it's still on Hastings Street. I don't know the exact address. Vancouver Seed Bank. Yeah. Just down the street.
few blocks
We
down.
should know where it is.
I don't have their address memorized.
Maybe you should know where it is.
I
wondering why
have
they
like
weren't there. You're the one that's
12
asking.
new cannabis culture locations that I'm working on memorizing already. So
Okay, what are they?
I
Go,
can't remember
go,
the-
go, go,
What's
go,
the
go,
new? What are
go,
you asking
go.
for? Sorry.
What are the 12
Oh,
locations?
no.
Come on.
What's the
How,
address?
how, how
list
far
on
in?
my
How
iPad.
far in are you into your
Oh, I don't have them all
memorization?
memorized, but I'm trying to keep
got
them
3 of them
memorized.
memorized?
Oh, more than that. More than that.
Well, come on, let's see.
Okay, here we
let's see.
go.
307 West Hastings, 1674 Davie, 512 Beatty Street, 2819 Shaughnessy Street.
Port Coquitlam.
Yeah. 3175 West Broadway.
Right, in Vancouver.
711 Queen Street East. I was trying to remember if
Yep.
it's King or Queen.
Toronto.
Which means also 801 Queen Street West.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 461 Church Street. Oh, I can't remember the
almost
number.
all of them memorized.
280 something King Street East, I believe, is Hamilton.
No, it's in Toronto.
And
Oh wait,
Hamilton?
Hamilton's. Yes.
That's a royal one too.
It's on
That's-
King as well.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I'm starting to forget them,
That's
I should
the
give
one I
people the
forget.
last one.
I was with you until that same one you forgot.
I've
So
got
I don't remember that one either.
I've
There we
got
go.
a list.
That's where it gets a little hazy for me after those ones.
Get me on that list.
Let's see what else we're missing. 3175 West Broadway. Oh yeah, so the new one is going to be 3421 East Hastings.
Yep. 3421.
365 King Street West in Toronto. 275 King Street East is the Hamilton location.
That's the one.
We got 282 George Street North in Peterborough. 3440 Lakeshore Boulevard. 3440 Lakeshore Boulevard. And that's in Etobicoke, which is like part of the GTA. And then we've got our Montreal locations: 1863 Amherst, 4123 Rue Saint Denis, 2200 Avenue du Montréal East, 3804 Saint Laurent Boulevard, and 1431 B Rue Bishop. I lost the French accent just at the very end. I was trying to, and then Bishop. Sorry, guys.
Lots.
Okay.
What do we
So-
have? 20 stores now? Something like that.
It's quite a bit.
I think so.
If you're counting each head shop, lounge, and dispensary as its own location, so like even 461 would be 2 locations. Then we're at twin. Ooh, I don't know. We don't have them all open. I don't know. Can I say that? No, I don't want to say the number.
No, not the not the.
But
new
yeah,
ones.
around 20.
How's the ones going in Montreal? They'll get shut down. They'll get reopened.
Montreal, they're head shops now.
Oh, head shops.
The ones that are
they'll
open.
carry medtainers.
And they
all
are
that kind of
stocked
stuff
with cannabis culture medtainers, lighters, rollies. They got a bunch of that stuff. So if you want to get some CC merch, show your support for us out in Montreal, you can go out there and do that.
Go. I liked your.
Oh,
click
I'm
in
sure
there.
we will be
That was a
sending
good
them
click.
some stuff very soon.
Terps?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
those
terps
are legal.
legit.
Terps are 100% legit.
Terp legit to quit.
I think
Terp legit to quit. Jer's new single.
Yeah.
Terpenes are one of those
Yes.
frivolous things that have come with no
Me and Hammer.
noise. They're just the essence, the smell, and they're 100% legal. So I mean, those cannabis culture stores can definitely sell terpenes that have been
They can sell these.
properly processed.
And they can sell the jumbo. Dun, 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 dun. You can only get these in the packs, though, right, Johnny?
Well, yeah, I know, but as in cannabis culture, they'd be smart. They can take them apart. They can sell the XLs. They can do whatever they want with them.
These are so dope.
So XL medtainers, if that was local here in Canada, would sell for
See,
roughly
look at the
about
diff. Bam.
$32. Regular medtainers sell for 16, so about double the price, double the volume, double the bang for your buck.
There you go.
Hey, don't forget you got the
Soca Poker. We got all the
Coming
gear.
soon to CannabisCultureHQ.com.
Yeah.
And available now at 307 West Hastings Street.
Well, the best thing about it is, I mean, they're just things that work in an industry. It's just kind of like the cannabis that we need behind it and stuff like that, right? So we need to put both of it in all of those by looking at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would think so. All right.
That's we want to keep a gram. So starting in 2017, every time if you get a medtainer from the new batch, they will all come with a 4 gram boveda pack. So they're always
What?
Yeah.
A full gram?
No, 1 gram a boveda pack.
Oh.
Comes in every medtainer.
I thought you're like a gram of weed.
No,
you're
so
getting like
giving away a gram of
some
weed.
Johnny B. Medikush in every single medtainer.
Yeah, I can't do
That's
that.
what I thought.
That would be
That would
dope.
That'd be like the dope.
Medtainer will
That
come
would be
with
the
a
dope
Boveda
promotion right there, Johnny.
Johnny, that's a
Come
good
with
idea. You
Boveda
should do
pack.
that.
I
Just
can't do
saying.
that.
And a Boveda to keep your
Johnny
gram.
B might not be able to do that, but maybe we can do that one day, Jeremiah. Pre-pack people like a couple grams in a medtainer.
And the weed's
And
free.
there
It's
you
like
go.
do you want the $65 medtainer, the $35 medtainer?
We could like put
comes
a
with
bud
free
in
weed.
one, and then like when we do
That's
sales,
not trafficking either.
every once in a while somebody
Well,
will get one that
technically
has
it's
weed in
trafficking
it.
because, but there's
Oh
no
yeah,
proceeds
that's
of
a
crime,
good idea. Do it like
involved.
Willy Wonka's thing. Just every once in a while we'll drop
Yes.
it in, and then customers will just open
you-
it up, and they'll be like, "Oh,
Weedy
damn,
Wonka.
Nice.
There's a Weedy Wonka at 420 actually.
that's fun."
Jared gave me
I
a
always love
candy
that
store.
name. That'd be a good dispensary name. Weedy Wonkas. We should do a strain. We should do like a line of stuff called Weedy Wonka. But is that stealing? I guess maybe somebody already did.
It's kind of thievery.
Yeah, it's kind of
Weedy
it's kind of
Wonka and the
thievery.
Cushy
Plagiarism
factory.
involved
Yeah.
on 2 levels.
I know the Weedy Wonka guy actually. Yeah.
That's like double plagiarism.
It is. You're right. It is double plagiarism.
Well, you guys stole it off Willy Wonka.
Well, exactly.
Well,
It's true.
I can't wait to see what 27 is going to bring everybody.
Hmm.
I kind of missed the 2017 show because I wasn't here.
Yeah, I know you were on your adventure.
It's for sure going to be interesting.
Good to have you
right?
back, though, John.
You know what? It was great because when I got down there, I went and saw Marco Renda. He was in Tulum.
Mm-hmm. Marco from Treating Yourself.
Yeah, he's down there, kind of living his life, living his dream.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Does he still have vape on the lake?
Yes, that's where all of his glass was and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
where I picked up that one piece that we talked about.
In a
vape on the
Tobacoke.
lake. Yeah, it's still there. I think it was the girl Sarah's one who was running it right now, and Shane's he goes down to Mexico with his wife and family, which is really cool what they're doing down there. His kids are running around on the street. There's kids running around the street. They're not inside. They don't have to worry about being kidnapped or anything like that. They can run freely, and they're going to school and learning 2 different languages. Pretty cool, man. It's pretty cheap to live in Mexico, actually.
Cool.
If you got them.
The balls.
I would say the balls. If you want to live in that type of thing, it's not like you have internet or this. There is no such thing as a dryer. You don't need it. You know what I mean? Like
It's hot.
It's hot. It's humid.
They
right?
dry their clothes on a line.
I mean, everybody drives around in golf carts. They have community vans. Like,
what? You were at the resort or something?
no.
Everyone drives around in
They're all
golf
golf
carts.
carts on the island.
Right.
Island Merida, Maru. They're all golf carts.
Mexico's a big place.
But this island was pretty cool. You could see it from Cancun. It was pretty cool.
They got like a few 7-Elevens.
There's at least 2 or 3 7-Elevens.
They're super big.
It's completely,
Definitely
completely
2 or 3
Americanized.
7-Elevens.
I could definitely tell you right now, completely Americanized. Like I said, they got hemp shops, they got Prada shops, they got you name it. No matter what you Ray-Ban, this, that, Gucci, it is so Americanized.
American apparel.
Down there. It's everything. It's just like going shopping.
It's right next to Mexican apparel.
Mexican apparel.
Cancun was like being in Vegas.
Got the Helvetica font. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I'm high, and I'm already done. Didn't we already end the show like 20 minutes ago?
Oh, yeah, we did. We already did our promo.
I think I already
full on overtime.
I already turned it off. We've just been talking to
yammering.
ourselves, pretending.
Yeah.
I'm eating fish now. I'm just gonna sit here and eat fish.
The fish.
Available here at 307 West Tasting.
That's true. They are
Hey,
available
it's
here.
J-Mac's
at
birthday
307
tomorrow.
West
Come down to
Hastings.
the lounge. He's going to be around from like 11 o'clock till 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Come get him high.
Shout out to
At Davy.
Big shouts out to Maynard's Swedish
1600
Fish.
block. Shout out to Maynard's Fish.
Giant shouts out to Swedish Fish.
One of these days, one of these
Everything in
companies is
Sweden.
going to ask you to rep them.
J-Mac is a birthday boy.
It's your birthday?
It's his birthday
Oh,
tomorrow.
happy birthday,
Go J-Mac.
J-Mac.
It's your birthday. There he is. What's up, birthday boy?
Birthday boy in the house. Didn't know it was your birthday.
Tomorrow.
18.
Yeah. Oh crap! You turn it off.
He's finally.
Oh what?
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
J-Mac's gonna be 67 years old.
Is this thing on, Brenda? Hey guys, what's up?
A young
Johnny,
67.
we need to get it, but anyway. Yes, my birthday is tomorrow. I'll be turning 36 years old.
Old man.
My dad, I'm sorry I'm still here. I need another present tomorrow. Sorry. There it goes. Mom, same thing. Present. Brother, money. Brother, other brother, money. Girlfriend. You what I want.
Are you just telling about what they got you for their birthday?
What they give me. I'm just saying.
J-Mac's birthday gift list.
I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah. We should have like a little thing that pop up on the bottom of the screen, like J-Mac's birthday wish. This year he wants to meet Tom Hanks.
I actually met Tom Hanks. I actually met Sylvester Stallone.
He met Tom Hanks. He wants to see Tom Hanks. He wants to see Sylvester Stallone.
No, I met him too. I met mostly older than actors in the 80s and 90s. Because my uncle drove them around.
That's because little do people know J-Mac was featured in a lot of Tom Hanks movies.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. You know.
Do not say that. I'm his goatee.
He was Tom Hanks' mustache. Yeah. And so now he lost his job because Tom doesn't have a mustache anymore. So that's J-Mac. J-Mac is Tom's mustache. Yeah, and also, you know when Tom Hanks turns into a kid in that movie Big?
That's me.
J-Mac.
That's me.
That was J-Mac.
No. Shut up.
No.
Shut up for a second.
J-Mac always plays the pillow?
He plays his pillow.
Put the camera back on me, will you?
He plays the mustache.
Yeah. He plays a waiter in every one. Actually, yeah, he's like, he tells them about the specials in every movie.
Fuck me, my birthday.
Now we got Ann in the background.
Love it.
Yeah. So on that note,
But
Anyway,
anyway, I want to say one thing. Please don't say anything else, guys. I want to do a special show tomorrow on my Facebook channel, Jeff J. Mac McDonald. please subscribe. I will be doing a special birthday show. Be forewarned, I will be in my birthday suit as it is my birthday and it's tradition. So
What did you say? Oh, you're gonna be in your birthday suit. You just don't post a photo.
No, I'm doing video.
A live video. You're doing it in your birthday suit.
Okay, need a picture.
So what are you wearing for your birthday suit?
Just what you don't wear with birthday suit.
Uh-oh.
Damn, I dropped your fentanyl.
Oh my God, my Fenties. The Fenties.
I'm high.
I know. I see why this fentanyl's catching on. They make it like soda.
For the week.
Oh, sorry, Fentimins.
Thank you, Al, for the week for birthday. Thank you.
Bullshit there, and the fentanyl and stuff like that.
Oh, I know. It's not a funny
It's gonna
joke
be done
at all.
tomorrow, so.
No, it's not funny at all. And it's fucked up that there's so much disinformation around. I don't want to get off on another fucking riff here, but the fentanyl thing is really savagely tragic, and the fact that it's happening is disgusting, and it's the fault of our governments for allowing it to go on this long. Drugs should not be prohibited in the way they do. They shouldn't be criminalizing drug users, and that's what's leading to these problems. The reason that so many people have died is because they can't go and get clean drugs somewhere because they're getting street drugs. That's the fault of the government. So all these deaths are on the government's head. And watch how you see what Justin Trudeau's doing. They're snapping around so quick. They want more of these sites and stuff because they're dying and they know what actually saves lives.
Yeah, but the whole thing is how they're really quick and easy to start licensing these places. But as dispensaries have been popping up and kind of saving people's lives, getting off the pharmaceutical drugs, they implement pharmaceutical drugs into a system that start killing people, and they put in the system. It's I don't know.
And a lot of the time, the fentanyl.
There's no fentanyl in weed, though.
A lot of the time, the fentanyl that people are finding in street drugs now are coming actually from, government-approved places. Like I've read about how there was, I can't remember which hospital it was in BC, but there is a huge amount of a drug that contains fentanyl in it stolen, and it went missing. And it wasn't long after that there was a bust somewhere a little bit more north at BC. So I mean, these are people who they have access to a system where they're supposed to be there to help people, and the hospital didn't even report it to Health Canada when they found out this massive amount of fentanyl went missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
So in other words, a massive amount of
help
fentanyl was sold at the back door at this particular hospital. The whole thing is everything's logged in and logged out. It's kind of like anything when it comes to a scheduled drug, or it's being replaced, or it's shipped, or it's being tracked. You have to sign it in, you have to sign it out. There's ways of doing that. It's like being in Mexico. No matter where I went, I had to show a passport. They would know my room number, on the cab, they would know who you were. They track you.
Yep.
They do that with heavy pharmaceutical drugs, except for fentanyl and these other heavy opioid drugs. When I go and get a prescription, when I did, they came in not triplicates, quadruplicates, because of the type of drugs that are being given to me. They had to be tracked big time. Who touched it? Where'd it come from? This and this and that. So something like this
Who
gets
did what, where, where?
Exactly. Who, what, where, when, what. They want to track everything. A tracking system is what's needed.
Well, we're getting into all kinds of tangents, but
we're done.
We're gonna wrap this show
up.
up.
Your noses right now and smoke weed instead.
So happy birthday, J Mac.
J Mac doing his
He's gonna hit. No, you hit your dab for the last.
I'm taking a birthday dab.
Birthday dab.
Birthday dab for J Mac.
Dab for the end of the show.
And boss, you gotta be high. You gotta be high.
Bossing it up.
Al's coming in. He's gonna be Santa Claus and give away a bunch of weed.
My birthday's not until tomorrow.
Alaclaus.
Alaclaus.
Santa Cron.
Santa Cron.
Santa Cron.
Are you even getting nothing on?
What's going on over there?
He's trying.
Too high. I don't think I need that.
Trying to. We just keep going for some reason. I stopped. My brain stopped functioning a while ago.
Camera 2.
Okay, camera 2.
Wait, we gotta watch J Mac.
J Mac's birthday
Everybody.
dab.
I would rather have a beautiful lady give me a dab. I'm good. All right. Well, here, let me give you a dab then.
Let Johnny dab you.
Well, it's his birthday, so you know what?
Johnny.
There's a deal right here. I'll give you the dab.
J-Mac switches his sexual preference from day to day.
Yeah, didn't you say that you wanted a girlfriend for your birthday?
J-Mac's gay some days and straight other days.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You can want
judging.
a boy to give you a dab, and you can want a girlfriend for your birthday too.
So I just want to get laid by a girl. I just don't want a girlfriend.
I think we.
Well, I got a
understand.
girlfriend.
I understand, J-Mac.
Awesome.
I can
She's
sympathize.
amazing. Quite happy with her.
Johnny, yeah, Johnny's
I
all
think she'd
roped
be a little
up.
jealous. Yeah, I'm pretty much. I got the girl that I want to be with.
Yeah, that's dope, Johnny boy. I'm happy for you. And you guys had a great trip together. It was awesome. Oh, that's so nice to hear. Hope she's watching the show.
Nope, she's at her parents'.
Aw.
Yeah, her parents are going to.
Well, record that clip and send it to her.
That's why Johnny be hitting on me.
Snapchat that one to her, Johnny.
Looking forward to.
That's why
our
Johnny
new,
be hitting on me.
Well, she's putting in a glass shop. She's moving her glass shop to the mainland, so she's putting in a really nice lethal glass shop. It's
Lethal
probably
Glass.
one of the sickest glass shops that you'll see, but she's definitely getting into more. She's manufacturing, which she's always has been. So get more in the showroom and some of the glass that she's collected over the years.
Wait, she's starting a store?
We'll have a showroom there that you can do, right? But I mean, some of the
That's
pieces
cool.
that she's collected, don't forget she's been in the industry for 15, 12, 14 years. So she's got some original pieces that a lot of the glass blowers gave her 10 years ago. And I'm like, you got this? She goes, oh yeah, I just got that given to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
That's so cool.
You got she's got some pretty sick looking glass and stuff that she's blown, and you can see the history of glass blowing by looking at her art. So you can see how it's changed, and it's so important to take a look at that glass art in its history. You get be able to see that at the Great Canadian Glass Gathering this year, of course, again. So you take a look at all of the glass, but it's really cool and to see the history of glass blowing and where it's come from 15 years ago till today. From the double bubblers and the big epic ones into more of the smaller pieces. We get Team Japan together, the Scott Debbie pieces. Just all of this stuff is like Dave said. I got glass addiction syndrome.
Addicted.
I'm addicted.
I'm addicted.
Yeah, I'm addicted. So I mean, it's just so cool to see the individual artists and what they bring to the plate as artists and stuff like that. And of course, with me and with Med Tainer, we're going to be doing more stuff about Canadian art. We're going to have our little Canadian art collab glass boxes, and they'll all have individual pipes from Canadian glass artists and stuff like that, and that will happen. Our first ones came out with lethal glass, and those went very well for Christmas, so we're looking forward to 2017 and giving a little back about to Canada, because that's what we're about here, right? Eh?
Hells yeah.
I keep getting the A from the Americans. Well, that's where we are, eh? We're Canadians.
I like this package design.
You like the package design?
I'm really all about this year. We said it before, and I'm giving away all the fun and secrets on air, but I want to have an advent calendar that when you open the little doors, there's weed behind them. And we should do it as like a countdown to 420. Like on April 1st, we release the calendar, and then you open the little door.
There it is,
guys. Before April 1st, you got to do like March 1st, so that people can or like a few days before.
And
April.
you make them available before that,
Yeah,
but you're supposed to open them on April 1st, and you can't. And then each door you get up to 20, and then it's 420.
You'll definitely need to drop a boba to pack in that just to keep all the butts fresh.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work exactly, but I really
well,
haven't.
You know what? A gram should stay a gram.
Do the
how to
chocolate.
make distillated chocolates, and if you want to know
chocolates.
too, you can find out how to make them on pot.tv, because I put up a little video tutorial.
I'm not much for edibles, though.
Doing
It'd be cool to have strains.
Yeah, you're all about edibles. We've eaten enough popcorn and everything else on this show.
I'm
Oh, you try these lollipops?
I do. Well, candy.
Hey,
okay,
popcorn?
I like candy. I do like candy.
Yeah,
like
we
any
used to
kind
crush
of
the
candy.
popcorn.
I do like candy.
You know how many episodes that you have been crushed on? Clokey used to show up with
And
big
that popcorn.
bags of stuff, and we used to be like,
Popcorn's good. You're right. That stuff was great.
Full melt ribs. That's
well, with the distillates and
My
with all the different
birthday's
extractors,
tomorrow.
we can now make amazing
tomorrow.
Skittles
are being put into edibles that you can Skittles, all these candies.
Shouts out
Okay,
to
now
Skittles.
we're talking about edibles.
Hey,
We're just making me think of food.
Mad
which is making me
shouts to
hungry.
Wait till
Skittles.
Skittles starts having THC Skittles.
THC Skittles.
Hey, pass me some Skittles.
Schedules.
Al said Sketchels.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, pass me some Skittles, Liz.
All right, Skittles for all. All right. Well. All right. On that
out.
note, Pod TV.
Peace, Paul TV.
Thank you. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Peace to you guys. I'm not signing out. This guy's gonna say the end result here.
Bye, Carly Pants. Bye, J-Mac.
Bye. I'm high.
You guys are both high. All right, and so
And
are we.
we're just sitting here talking to you guys and saying.
So we built our wall for Trump today because of his inauguration. This is the weed wall.
Well, that's
Clearly,
Canadian
this is
border.
the good side.
But the
of
legalization, that's the Canadian border now. It's a wall of weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
That's true.
what's happening.
We're facing our own issues with
We
wall
are.
right now.
We have a wall of weed in Canada. We're legalizing, and we're eating Skittles.
So we're right here in beautiful Vancouver, 307 West Hastings. Come on down and see the Pot TV studio. You can check out the lounge here. We have 2 floors of Vapor Lounge.
Come check out
Awesome
the
head
store.
shop.
All the
And I'll
laptops
be
down
here.
there and all the supplies,
I'm
all
always
the
here.
books. I really have to say, if you're looking for a book on cannabis or anything with cannabis related, on growing, pictures from the Cannabis Bibles 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all that, Cannabis Culture has the best bookstore when it comes to cannabis related products in anywhere I've seen.
That's interesting you're saying that, Johnny, because right now we're in the process of making it so that we have every book that we have in store on our website. We're already quite well underway in the process. So if you're interested in seeing some of the books Johnny talked about, you'll probably be able to find a lot more. And keep your eyes open because we're adding new books almost every day right now.
And a lot of those books, some of them become limited editions, last ones in stock.
Yeah.
And you'll see that. I mean, I did that even with my own stuff. I had last limited editions and stuff like that. So it's always good to pay attention to this and get the alerts so you can have the alerts on the website. So if there's an alert button and it tells you when a new item goes up, you get an alert in your
Skittles.
email, and then you know exactly about the new item that's going up. Hey, some good ideas, eh? A look on her face is like,
Johnny,
really?
I have.
I got
She's
to
got-
There's a
Do
few
that head
other,
shake again?
there's a few other things that we need to accomplish to the website first.
All right.
One day.
We still haven't ended the show.
No.
We
Bye.
are.
Bye.
Bye, Carly Marley. Bye, J-Mac.
Bye.
Bye, Boss
again.
Lissa.
I'm still high.
Bye, Pot TV. Bye, Johnny.
Bye, everybody.
Peace,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone. Bye, everyone. I'm gonna get high.
Friday.